Are you having trouble finding the right team online to do the new 7-star Charizard raids? Well, let me go ahead and give you a little tip. A lot of players online decide to play super aggressively for some reason, and they completely forgo their defenses. So, what I decide to do is decide to play the support. Now, there are many Pokemon that can play support. You have Sylveon, you can do Umbreon even. What my go-to is Grimmsnarl. Now if you don't know, Grimmsnarl can learn many moves, all the Reflect moves. You have Reflect, you have Light Screen. It can even learn T-Wave, which I do have on my Grimmsnarl right now. But not only that, the ability for Grimmsnarl is Prankster, which allows it to go before the opponent when it's using at least a status move or a non-damaging move, which might not be too important here. I do try to spam out the light screen as soon as I can on turn 1, but you know how Nintendo is with desyncing and all that stuff. It might not even work for you. You might even be able to tell, but I've been constantly checking the status effects. I have to make sure that light screen is always on because, well, you don't want to take a fire blast to the face without light screen. With light screen, you still won't take like 120 damage without reducing its special attack. Speaking of which, I did not explain Spirit Break. Spirit Break is my damaging skill. Damaging, quote unquote. It does like nothing anyway, but it reduces the special attack of the opponent by 1 stage, while it's also dealing mediocre damage. Regardless, reducing the special attack helps so much, especially after Charizard hits like phase 3. Well, by phase 3 I mean I like to divide the fight into phases. So phase 1 is just your usual phase, and then phase 2 would be when the shield is active, and then phase 3 would be when the shield is either low or broken and he activates Sun. With Harsh Sun active, Charizard ends up doing like 2 attacks a turn, so you should really lower the special attack after that point. I've been sweeped so many times by that. Not as Grimmsnarl though. Grimmsnarl, good. I like how right after I said that, I almost died right away. But, you know, just saying. Also, I know this is probably preaching to the deaf ears by now because you've all done your 4 and 5 star raids. But never forget your cheering. Especially your heal cheering. Heal cheering can get rid of status effects, the burn from Charizard. It can get rid of the confusion from the hurricane. You know, just don't forget to cheer. Use your heal cheer, it heals a lot. Don't forget it. So as this raid just about ends, let me just go ahead and say this Grimmsnarl is not even that good. I did not hyper train it. I did EV train it. I did not hyper train it. I did not change its nature. The nature is actually really bad for this raid, by the way. And I did give it Prankster though. That is one thing as well. So let me go ahead and show you my Grimmsnarl right here. It is a very, very fancy Grimmsnarl that I managed to catch 30 minutes after I've completed the first time. So as long as you have a little bit of money and a little bit of XP candy, you can make your own Grimmsnarl quite easily.